Hello and how are you? My name is Takuzo Jeranyama and a special welcome to the African Cape Business News. Now we take a look at the top stories making the headlines. Now we begin in Zimbabwe where we just recently got some sad news. The Ferry Cafe was recently burned down.
Right, early morning today, we received a distress call of a property fire, 13th Avenue, 5th Street, Ferry Cake. On arrival, it was found well alight with fire spreading in all directions, raging so heavy. So we managed to cut the spread of fire from other sections of the building, and then it was restricted only to this Ferry Cake shop. However, investigations are still ongoing as of now. There are so many things we are still looking at, but preliminary investigations point to something that was left on, ignited the property, but the fire was fueled by the gas cylinders that we found issuing gas. So basically, that's what actually noted. But we are still further investigating the number of solar panels that were in this building, about 30. So we're also trying to ascertain whether it would have an impact on the solar system. So
this is some sad news indeed. Now this happened in Bulawayo, and this was the fastest undergrowing restaurant in Zimbabwe. The founder and owner, the biggest entrepreneur in the baking sector, Kathy Mwanza. Now another sad story is that a baker in Zimbabwe recently lost his wife. Now this is the famous Mr. H. Kajeke. Now Zimbabwe is set to endure these two losses in the baking industry. Now the African Cape Business News sends out its deepest condolences to the Kajeke family. Now we move on with the top stories making the headlines in Zimbabwe, still in Zimbabwe. Now Indra Chinyerere was recently honored and awarded by the She Millionaire Awards. Well, now this is some good news happening in the baking sector in Zimbabwe. Now a big congratulations to you, Mrs. Indra Chinyerere. Now with that, the African Cake Business News takes a short break. Do join us after these messages.
See as a friend. If you see and they come, give and respect. Oh, why? Tagbada check the Rolex. If person take out too much, person go vex. Sweet boy, fresh guy. Sweet boy, fresh guy.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with the African Cake Business News. Now we move on with the top stories making the headlines in Africa. Now we move on to Nigeria, where the Baker's Choice scholarship program has already begun. Participants have already applied and enrolled. Now here is their first batch of bakers that have won in the selection. Now, if you do not know about this Beggars Choice Scholarship Program, do follow the African Cake Business News for more news and information about this, and also do follow their social media platforms for what's going on. Now, here is batch number 2, and a big congratulations to the bakers that made it in the first batch. Now, if you took this opportunity for granted and you just thought maybe it was just a joke, well, it's really happening. These bakers are in for a training that's going to be happening for free in Nigeria. Now, here's batch number 3. Now, I love the seriousness that these bakers shown to the Beggars Choice, doing all these videos and the voiceovers and everything. It really shows that bakers really want to take their baking to the next level in Nigeria. Now, here's the last batch of the bakers that are now going to be in for a training with the wonderful trainers that were selected by the Beggars Choice Company in Nigeria. Congratulations to the bakers that have made it in this scholarship program in Nigeria. Now, for more news, like we said, do follow the African Cake Business News on all its social media platforms, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, that's all we had for you today. Do take care.